Have you ever bolted upright in the dead of night, heart pounding from that relentless bladder alarm, only to shuffle to the bathroom for the third time before dawn, cursing the sleep you've lost to this endless cycle? You're not imagining it. Over 33% of adults over 40 grapple with nocturia, that sneaky thief stealing up to 2 hours of your rest nightly, spiking your fall risk by 60% and leaving you a zombie by morning, according to Harvard's eye-opening studies. But hold on, because what if the fix isn't another pill or midnight ritual, but a single spice you can chew right from your kitchen cabinet? One that's leaving doctors speechless after slashing bathroom trips by half for thousands. In this countdown, we'll unpack the top 5 game-changing spices backed by cutting-edge research, from infection-zapping garlic to the ultimate #1 secret that'll have you drifting into 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted bliss. But you absolutely have to stick around till the end, because that final reveal isn't just surprising, it's the ancient powerhouse that outperformed meds in clinical trials, transforming restless nights into pure, restorative magic. And it might just be sitting in your spice rack right now. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment #1. If you don't like it, comment #0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 5. Garlic, the infection-fighting guardian. Let's kick things off at number 5 with garlic, that bold, aromatic bulb that's often the culprit behind awkward breath at social gatherings, the one you might politely decline when it's offered in a dish at a fancy dinner or a casual potluck. It's the ingredient that packs a punch in everything from Italian pasta sauces to Asian stir-fries, yet it frequently gets a side-eye for its lingering odor that can clear a room faster than a bad joke. But hold on to your forks and prepare to have your mind blown, because this humble, everyday kitchen staple reveals itself as an unsung hero for your bladder, working tirelessly behind the scenes to maintain calm, collected, and crisis-free operations in your urinary system. Picture it as the quiet bodyguard standing watch, ready to fend off threats before they disrupt your downtime. Delve into the science that's turning heads. In a groundbreaking 2023 study published in the esteemed Journal of Urology, a team of researchers meticulously tracked the effects of incorporating a daily dose of garlic extract into the routines of women over 50, a demographic notoriously prone to these issues due to hormonal shifts and age-related vulnerabilities. The results? A staggering 45% reduction in urinary tract infections, UTIs, those insidious bacterial invaders that slink in unnoticed, only to unleash chaos with burning sensations, relentless urgency, and those dreaded, sleep-shattering trips to the bathroom in the dead of night when all you want is a solid 8 hours. The medical community was absolutely stunned by the findings, with experts buzzing about how this simple, accessible remedy could reshape preventive care, positioning garlic as a natural, low-cost ally in the ongoing battle against these common yet profoundly disruptive health hurdles that affect millions worldwide. Now, let's unpack the real wizardry behind garlic's seemingly magical prowess, layer by layer. At its beating heart lies allicin, a potent sulfur-containing compound that's unleashed like a hidden superpower the moment you crush, chop, or even lightly bruise the clove. Think of it as garlic's activation code for battle mode. This powerhouse molecule doesn't merely play defense by fighting off the bad bugs and pathogens that love to set up shop in your urinary tract. It goes on the offensive with a gentle touch, directly soothing the inflamed lining of your bladder walls that, left unchecked, can swell and send frantic, over-amplified signals straight to your brain, yelling, "Emergency exit, go now," in a way that feels anything but optional. By zeroing in on the root causes of the trouble, allicin masterfully quiets those overzealous nerves firing on all cylinders, slashes irritation right at its inflammatory source, and prevents those misleading urgency signals from hijacking your night, transforming what used to be a peaceful slumber into a frustrating series of interruptions that leave you groggy and off-kilter the next day. And the best part about this natural dynamo? It doesn't demand endless patience to deliver dividends. Many users and early adopters report noticeable relief kicking in within just a few hours, as the compound swiftly navigates through your bloodstream and tissues to restore balance, ease discomfort, and foster a sense of urinary harmony that feels almost immediate. Ready to make the switch without overhauling your entire life or raiding the supplement aisle. Say goodbye to those synthetic pills with their laundry list of side effects and hello to something straight from the earth's bounty. Try chewing on a single fresh clove during that mid-afternoon slump when your energy might naturally dip and a pick-me-up is just what you need, or if the raw, fiery intensity feels a tad overwhelming for your taste buds at first, finally mince it up and toss it into your lunchtime salad for a zesty hidden boost that sneaks in the benefits without fanfare. To make it even more approachable, Consider roasting a few whole bulbs low and slow in the oven for a milder, caramelized version that you can spread on toast or blend into a dip. Still potent, but with all the subtlety of a well-aged wine. The key here is to ease in gradually, perhaps starting with just half a clove or a smaller dose, to sidestep any temporary breath concerns that could linger into evening chats or date nights. A quick rinse with parsley or a mint chaser can work wonders if needed. Before you know it, those pesky nighttime voids, the ones that jolt you awake at 2 a.m. with zero mercy, will start to fade into the background like an old habit you're glad to ditch, paving the way for longer, more restorative stretches of sleep that recharge your body and mind on a cellular level. Boom, your mornings will feel brighter with that extra pep in your step, your rest deeper and more satisfying than it's been in ages, and your bladder finally at peace, letting you focus on the joys of life instead of its interruptions. Who knew the secret to serenity was hiding in your spice rack all along? Number 4. Turmeric, the golden inflame tamer. Easing into number 4 is turmeric, that vibrant golden-hued spice that's the secret glow-up artist in your go-to curry, stir-fry, or even a simple rice bowl, lending dishes that irresistible earthy warmth, subtle bitterness, and eye-catching color pop that makes every bite feel like a mini celebration of flavor. It's the unsung MVP of golden lattes and healing teas, evoking images of ancient spice routes and exotic bazaars, yet it's probably sitting quietly in your pantry right now, waiting for its moment to shine beyond the plate. Who would have guessed that this everyday flavor enhancer, harvested from the knobby rhizomes of a flowering plant in the ginger family, could also moonlight as a soothing nocturne for your overactive bladder, lulling it into a state of serene tranquility that rivals the calm of a meditation session or a gentle ocean breeze. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. To back up the hype with hard-hitting evidence, let's dive straight into the compelling findings from a 2018 clinical trial conducted in China, where a diverse group of participants grappling with chronic UTIs, those persistent, cycle-of-misery infections that drag on, were put through a structured regimen of curcumin supplementation. The outcome: their nagging symptoms, including the relentless drumbeat of frequent urination that turned simple evenings into endurance tests, plummeted by an impressive 62% after only 4 weeks of consistent use. Curcumin, the bioactive golden child meticulously extracted from turmeric's roots and revered in traditional Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine for millennia, didn't just slap a band-aid on the surface-level discomfort or numb the annoyance temporarily. It dove deep to eradicate the underlying inflammation that fuels the entire fiery ordeal, dismantling the cycle at its core and allowing participants to reclaim their nights with uninterrupted, high-quality sleep that left them refreshed, recharged, and ready to tackle the day without the fog of fatigue. Delving even deeper into how this spice orchestrates its feats with such graceful precision, curcumin operates like a precision-targeted firefighter patrolling your urinary system, equipped with an uncanny ability to sense and suppress trouble before it escalates. It slips effortlessly into the delicate, often overlooked tissues of your bladder lining, those thin, sensitive barriers that bear the brunt of daily wear and tear, where it methodically suppresses the overproduction of pro-inflammatory cytokines, those mischievous molecular troublemakers that swarm like uninvited guests, amplifying pain signals to excruciating levels and cranking up the urgency dial to 11 at the worst possible moments. Envision it as a soft, enveloping blanket meticulously draped over your fatigued pelvic floor muscles, which have been clenching and contracting non-stop under the strain, coaxing them to unwind, release their pent-up tension, and settle into a relaxed repose so your bladder can hold steady through the wee hours without a single false alarm or untimely alert. And let's not overlook the delightful side perks that make this a full-spectrum solution. By championing smoother digestion and gut motility, turmeric helps alleviate any bloating, gas buildup, or irregular bowel habits in your gut that might otherwise exert sneaky, indirect pressure on your bladder from below, compounding the chaos and turning minor irritants into major marathons. It's a holistic win on every front, addressing multiple interconnected angles of discomfort, inflammation, muscle tension, digestive woes, with elegant efficiency that feels almost poetic in its synergy. Putting it into play is simpler than you might think, requiring zero special equipment or gourmet skills, and it slots right into your wind-down routine like it was custom designed for it. Start by grabbing about half a teaspoon of high-quality ground turmeric, opt for organic if you can, to maximize those vibrant compounds, and whisk it vigorously into a mug of warm milk, creamy almond milk alternative, or your favorite herbal tea like chamomile or ginger for an extra layer of soothing synergy, all roughly 1 hour before you hit the hay. This timing is key, giving your body that golden window of opportunity to absorb its goodness slowly and steadily through the digestive tract, without any unwelcome fuss or bloating to derail your evening. Fun fact to geek out over: you don't even need to pair it with a dash of black pepper for that famed bioavailability boost in this particular scenario. Turmeric solo act here is more than sufficient, delivering its potent anti-inflammatory payload reliably, gently, and without the extra kick that might keep you up. Experiment a bit if you're feeling adventurous. Try blending it into a nighttime smoothie with a banana for natural sweetness or stirring it into yogurt for a creamy twist, but keep portions modest to let your palate adjust. In no time at all, those jarring midnight awakenings, complete with their disorienting shuffle to the light switch, will become a fading memory, a relic of before that's replaced by the pure luxury of solid, uninterrupted slumber that hugs you through the night like a trusted friend. Consider this your golden ticket to better bladder harmony, a spiced path to nights of deep, dreamy repose where worries melt away and vitality blooms anew. Sweet dreams await, wrapped in a warm, healing glow. Number 3. Ginger, the nerve soother spice. Embark on a flavorful odyssey to revolutionize your nocturnal world with our captivating third-ranked elixir, ginger. Oh, that vibrant, audaciously zingy root, familiar to all as the spirited enhancer in your bustling stir-fries, aromatic curries, hearty soups, or even those invigorating post-meal tonics, harbors depths far beyond its role as a mere kitchen provocateur. It's an insidious, benevolent sleep sentinel, poised in your spice rack like a guardian angel, primed to orchestrate a symphony of serenity in the hours of hush. Envision the profound narrative unfolding in a meticulously crafted Ayurvedic study, where 200 venerable seniors, those resilient elders disproportionately besieged by the tyranny of fragmented evenings, embarked on a ritual of daily ginger infusions, only to witness a transformative alchemy, those relentless, spirit-sapping nighttime imperatives plummeted by a resolute 35% across a mere fortnight. From the chaos of perpetual tossing, feudal turning, and those grudging, shadow-cloaked pilgrimages to the porcelain throne, their vigils morphed into opulent tapestries of profound, enveloping dream fests, where the soul at last yields to the velvet caress of unadulterated healing repose. Woe! Behold the electrifying convergence of millennia-old Eastern sagacity, meticulously curated by the enlightened sages of antiquity, erupting into the arena of today's rigorously vetted, evidence-driven panaceas, underscoring with elegant finality that the planet's most elemental bounties can eclipse the contrived elixirs of the pharmaceutical realm in their pursuit of the Holy Grail. Nights unmarred by interruption. Yet, what arcane virtues propel this humble rhizome to such exalted status in the theater of tranquil repose? Venture inward, and the enigma unravels through the lens of its crown jewel. Gingerol, that virtuoso bioactive essence which orchestrates like a seasoned diplomat amid the fractious congress of your corporeal wiring. It homes in with surgical precision on the insurgent nerves embedded within your pelvic floor, those capricious instigators that, left unchecked, ignite phantom edicts and propel you from the sanctuary of sheets into the chill void of wakefulness. Through its subtly incendiary aura, gingerol disarms their frenzy, lulling them into a symphony of poised equilibrium while galvanizing the microvascular highways in the vicinity to purge stagnation and infuse equilibrium. The payoff manifests as an unequivocal telegram to your cerebral command center, resounding with crystalline assurance. Fortress secure, no breach anticipated till dawn's first blush, surrender forthwith to the embrace of slumber's tide. Nor does its repertoire conclude there. This polymath excels as a virtuoso of the visceral ballet that precedes the curtain of night. Indiscretions of the palate, those lavish late-afternoon feasts or ponderous suppers, can foment insidious bloating and the tyrannical compression upon a distended bladder, transmuting your ritual of repose into an agonizing vigil of suspense. Ginger intercedes as the consummate visceral pacifier, refining the labyrinth of digestion to evade the perils of aqueous hoarding and those clandestine escalations of internal strain that lie in ambush for your repose, guaranteeing your physiology metabolizes its bounty with clockwork finesse, thereby liberating your essence to immerse wholly in the art of renewal. Yearning to entwine this luminous thread into the fabric of your vespertine observances and summon forth those boundless realms of unbroken dawn? The allure resides in its unpretentious elegance. Commence by procuring a pristine 1-inch nodule of fresh ginger, bestowing upon it a swift exfoliation to unveil its tender, sinewy core, then masticate it with deliberate languor immediately succeeding your twilight repast, permitting the stratified veils of ardor and terroir to cascade across your palate akin to a protracted libation of enlightenment. Aspiring to infuse a ceremonial grandeur? Bisect it into gossamer wafers, consign them to a cauldron of ebullient waters, and permit a leisurely infusion of 10 minutes to conjure a vaporous elixir redolent of vitality. Sieve at your discretion, and luxuriate in the heady exhalations as they permeate the ether. Should the inaugural paroxysm of its vivacious asperity momentarily assail your sensibilities with its spirited retort, assuage it with the alchemical grace of a dollop of amber nectar, which not only tempers the vanguard but weaves in a susurrus of ambrosial douceur, rendering the interlude an exercise in sybaritic refinement. In the throes of indulgence, attune your awareness to the nascent metamorphosis, that abyssal tranquility radiating from your epicenter in concentric ripples, eroding bastions of foreboding and architecting a tableau for evenings transfigured, ineffably profounder, exultantly bereft of incursions, and auroras saluted with an exuberance that compels retrospection on how you once acquiesced to mediocrity. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 2. Chili, capsaicin. The unexpected bladder booster. Gird your intellect for an incendiary inversion that will kindle your inquisitiveness into a conflagration with number 2. Chili peppers, or, to crystallize the linchpin, the volcanic capsaicin that ignites their legendary inferno. Prima facie, it belies absurdity. Who, in the throes of rationality, would amplify the inferno to quench those glacial, obtrusive nocturnal forays to the water closet? Nevertheless, this brazen stratagem is the very fulcrum upon which repose the insomniac multitudes, pivoted, bequeathing a wake of dumbfounded savants in the annals of urology. Propel forward to the epical 2022 exegesis helmed by the Urology Institute, which combed through labyrinthine troves of empirical strata and detonated an ordnance of revelation. Capsaicin adjuncts transcended adequacy, they augmented vesicular amplitude by a stalwart 28%. Concurrently hewing episodes of nocturia by proximate moiety for the legions ensnared in overactive bladder's inexorable vice, OAB. Conjure the metamorphosis. Vigils erstwhile lacerated by spasmodic arousals now elongating into placid breaths of quiescence, wherein the soul cadence resounds in the metronomic cadence of respiration. Kindle this ember, and witness its alchemy in sculpting thoroughfares to evenings of invigorating frigidity and unruffled poise. To fathom the sorcery unfurling, let us dissect the neural esoterica laced with a tincture of marvel. Capsaicin assays those mutinous sea fibers, the vigilant, overclocked neural pickets cladding your vesical ramparts, eternally cocked for cataclysm, dispatching frantic, catastrophe-mixurition beacons to your encephalic nexus like alarmists mistaking mist for maelstrom. Eschewing sledgehammer tactics, capsaicin deploys a sagacious attenuation ploy, draping a mantle of imperturbability over these sentinels to stifle the tumult sands obfuscating the broader perceptual panorama. It begets a methodical reorchestration, not a meteoric thaumaturgy, but an inexorable progression across scant weeks, that endows your bladder to buttress its dominion, disdainfully dismissing the crepuscular caprices and bestowing the sinew to navigate till matutinal luminescence. Conceive it as an avant-garde codex infusion for your urogenital phalanx, attuning the choir such that perturbations dissolve into obscurity, and that chimeric, indivisible somnolence ascends to your quotidian ethos. Infiltrating this pyretic confederate into your diurnal codex is as whimsical as it is formidable. Initiate with circumspection to woo the approbation of your gustatory tribunal. Bestrew a susurrus of cayenne particulates. A scant scintilla suffices, athwart the palimpsest of your vespertine banquet, whether it be the kaleidoscopic blaze of charbroiled legumes, the ethereality of whisked ova, or the sear of sinewy fillets, imbuing a modicum of calorific elevation sands eclipsing the chorus. For the intrepid seeker craving a visceral tryst, gnaw upon a filament of desiccated chili vesicle amid your meridional interregnum, when solar vigor cushions any ephemeral erythema. Prudence intones. Evade its orbit as crepuscule encroaches, lest a vestigial pruritus cavorts perilously nigh to the somnambulant frontier. Your oniric domain, reciprocally, shall tender recompense with a stillness so abyssal it emulates benediction. Ere long you'll elevate a pungent chalice to the spectral departures of arousals, the efflorescent matinal dynamism, and the clandestine exhilaration of outwitting your somatic idiosyncrasies with the audacity of Physic's most intrepid incisor. Number 1. Cinnamon, the ultimate sleep-sealing secret. And now, as the suspense ascends to a galvanic apotheosis, disengage the silken drape for our exultant number 1, cinnamon. Ah, that bewitching, dulcetly resonant spice suffused with its ardent, lignaceous murmur. You cherish it as the steadfast adjunct to your vaporous gruel cauldrons, the clandestine vortex in sybaritic patisseries, or the affectionate clasp within a froth-laden libation. yet it emerges as the peerless catalyst that's dispatched shockwaves through the echelons of therapeutics, ensnaring leeches empirics, and vanguard visionaries in a vortex of veneration for its subdued supremacy. Commanding the proscenium in an enthralling 2021 essay interwoven with the opulent loom of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, 150 adults immured in OAB's adamantine gyre subjected this redolent titan to rigorous adjudication, engendering sequelae that pulverized prognostications. Quotidian mastication of cinnamon cortex precipitated a vertiginous 52% nadir in nocturia across a fleet 30 diurnal cycles, surpassing the laurels of orthodox pharmacopoeia in exorcising those umbral evacuations. Psyche. Holy. Annihilated. Should your odyssey have hungered for that monolithic, condiment-centric apocalypse, the merely ruminate this leviathan fated to invert your somnial chronicle. Gaze upon your lodestar, a palatable, kismetry-molding jewel as seductive to the sensorium as it is cataclysmic to your quiescence. Excoriating the integuments of its thaumaturgy unveils a concerto of apparatuses that hoist it to the mythic pantheon. Paramount, cinnamon consummates the discipline of glycemic stasis, subjugating those mercurial alimentary apexes that deluge your renals akin to an unsolicited deluge, magnifying urinary efflux at the precipice of torpor, a scourge haunting one in 3 traversing prediabetes's penumbral veils. As a sentinel paragon, it coos to the hypothalamus, your encephalic horologist paramount, calibrating endocrinal overtures to choreograph abyssal REM plunges that resurface you revitalized. Nonetheless, its prodigy proliferates. Replete with implacable antioxidants, it ministrates with clemency to your vesicles diaphanous integument, muting inflammatory susurrations and bulwarking contra the provocateurs that kindle spurious imperatives. The apical arabesque? Its chylous virtuosity, which glissades through your continuum like gossamer, raining the furtive amassment of humors from procrastinated viands and vouchsafing your corporeal nocturnal ledger operates sans encumbrance, unyoked from superfluity. Sculpting this into a venerated crepuscular liturgy is an endeavor of languid enchantment. Elect a lithe quill of Ceylon cinnamon, the urbane, hepatic benign cognate to the audacious cassia, and relish its rumination across a desultory quintet of minutes posterior to supper, sanctioning the quintessence to effloresce leisurely amid the quiescence of your denouement, perchance harmonized to the folios of a tome or the undulations of ethereal harmonics. Pining for fluidity, agitate a lavish teaspoon of pulverized Ceylon into a chalice of your idolized phytol infusion, chamomile's efflorescences or peppermint's glacial mentha and exalted consonants, begetting a draught that's conjoined nostrum and nectar, imbibed in ruminative draughts. It's dulcetly diffident, profoundly streamlined, and stupefyingly efficacious, unfurling surges of equanimity that mortar every fissure of vigilance, bastioning your somnolence akin to an impregnable reliquary. This regal resonance predominates. Venture to consecrate it beneath this eve's firmament, and rouse to concord of halcyon hush, irrevocably transmuted. Phew, what a spicy journey. From garlic's fierce fight against sneaky infections to that mind-blowing cinnamon closer that outshone meds in the lab, we've unlocked 5 game-changing secrets straight from your spice rack to banish those midnight bathroom marathons and gift you the deep, uninterrupted sleep you've been craving. Picture it, no more groggy dawns, just pure energy surging through your days, dodging those hidden risks like heart hiccups and foggy focus that come from stolen Z's. Remember, it's never too late to spice up your nights and reclaim that rest. Your body will thank you with every blissful breath. So, tell me, what's the one golden nugget you've learned so far that's lighting up your world? Drop it in the comments below. What's that single spice or tip you're committing to chew on and weave into your routine starting tonight? I can't wait to cheer you on and hear how it transforms your sleep game. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more life-changing hacks that'll keep you hooked. Sweet dreams, dreamers. Until next time.